this cliff. Why don't we decide on making better choices, probably paving another road, moving in another direction, and not even engaging this crazy system that's going on. Try to live under the radar screen, which I'm sure there's so many talented people out there that come up with so many ideas. Justin, I'm just like overwhelmed. I could have never have thought of these ideas, and that opens up my mind to possibilities. And what it does give us is hope. And hope is the thing that bridges you from one world to another. It's the thing when you take your foot out of the three-dimensional world, and there's that time when you're moving into this nothingness, that hope gives you the courage and the passion to and the strength to move into this other world that we have not yet created yet, but we are beginning to co-create and envision collectively. So I believe that this is a very important time right now, having it being, the time almost 2012, it's all conscious on everybody's mind, to just start doing no effort. It's sort of the effortless effort. It's the resistance without the resistance. It's sort of the revolution that just begins within your own self, that is not judgmental and it's not violent. And it's just always moving in that fluid field of divine light energy that is always about love and creativity and becoming greater and more of it all the time. Always that being state.
Right.
So, on another note, I did see 2012. Did you get to see it?
I was just going to ask you, how was it? I didn't see it, so I'm anxious to see your review.
Yes, I thought it was, well, I first read the reviews and they weren't good reviews, so I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't go see it, but I did go to see it and it was very good. It sort of touched on a little bit of, people's lives and, the soap opera behind people's lives. I brought in a little bit of the different states of the higher consciousness, but it had great special effects, and it was very entertaining. It did not move me spiritually as much, but it was very entertaining, and it can show you. It can probably scared the heck out of the reviewers. This is probably why they didn't give good reviews. Is that this world can be a different place in a matter of a snap of a finger, and that's just with the earth changes.
So they had the uplifting message of you have the power to change in it?
Sort of subtly. It wasn't like all spiritual like that, but it was, how these different characters, and one of them is the president, are faced with different challenges and the choices that they make, which sort of, if you read between the lines, I thought the president made good choices as far as decision to do the better thing than just the thing that was set out for him to do. But I don't want to spoil the plot because I just recommend that other people go see it. I'm pretty critical about these kind of things, and it isn't so corny, although it'll take your breath away with all the way they get escape all the danger. That was sort of incredible, but it just goes to show you in a matter of minutes. It could be, nuclear war. It could be, the galactic wave. It could be whatever it is. Our world is, and our reality is hanging in the balance of forces that be that are so much greater than us that it could be destroyed instantly. And what do we do about it? Not that we want to focus that it's going to be, because we envision a better world, but that it could happen, and we don't want to get caught in fear, because the minute you start screaming in fear, whatever, you've just lost it, and the mind cannot handle that much stress all at one time. So, you're pretty much going to go down with the ship in the third dimensional world. And those of us that are enlightened, I want to encourage you to work and face the fears that you have to engage every day as if it was the last day of the rest of your life, because this is the practice for the real lesson. And we need to transform that fear by going inside and finding out, our own truth. And there's where our power is. And with our power connecting to everyone else's power. And I think we are going to co-create this beautiful world, which is heaven on earth, and it's here and now. It's already here for us, but we just got to get in there if we haven't found that way yet, but we know that it's existing.
For sure. And if anyone has any questions, there's a little chat going on between a few of us, which is awesome. If anyone has any questions to do with anything we're discussing from 2012 to the chemtrails, to the swine flu, to UFOs, extraterrestrials, free energy, you name it, now would be a good time. I love to open it up. I know we have small groups on the live show, but on the broadcast on YouTube is huge, and with the social media networks as well. It's being shared a lot, and we really appreciate. I'm seeing more and more people that leave comments on our channel or actually feature in our videos on their channel, and we're getting a lot of great feedback. So I just want to thank everyone out there on the internet world that are helping promote our stuff and getting the truth out there, and shining your light. We really appreciate it, and humbled by the fact we get to connect with you all. It's really great.
Are there any questions?
Do well, Crystal. Hello all, how is it going? Just some chatter. It's kind of from like a conversation going on here.
Between two other people.
Someone said, Neo Dreams here said, Rosebud, life for each of us on a personal level is like that. When you were discussing it, then Ohio, Crystal. Hello all, how is going? Then doing well, Crystal, yourself, tired. And then we got a question from us. What is it? Sheepdog 93. What's your theory on UFOs? Here's the 101, my personal theory on UFOs. UFOs, and I got this from actual insiders and whistleblowers throughout the Project Camelot series that all lined up with the same stories from people that were inside the government and secret government, etc. But the term UFO itself was a slang term for flying saucer, or one of the saucer-shaped discs. They called it a UFO because they couldn't explain exactly what it was, because it was all a part of the cover-up. So that's where the term UFO came from, unidentified flying object. The military and people inside disguised flying saucer with that term, unidentified flying object, and it still sticks to this day. But in another sense, it really means unidentified flying object. I absolutely believe in flying saucers, if that's what you're talking about when you say UFOs, because typically that's what people really mean, flying saucer. Me and Rosebud have seen many flying saucers, UFOs, throughout, just the past year itself has been huge for us. And since we got the night vision, the third generation PBS-7 night vision goggles, we see UFOs all the time. This weekend I seen several UFOs in the sky. The sky was crystal clear, so we do see them all the time. We're firm believers. Makes perfect sense in my opinion. What about you, Rosebud?
Absolutely. They're here. They're mostly in the infrared, so we really can't see them, but every once in a while in the far sky we can pick them up with some. Lately, I can pick them up with my naked eye because I know what I'm looking at. But pick them up on those night vision goggles. We just have to train ourselves to be looking and to know what we're looking for, because the eyes only see what it thinks it's supposed to see. So it took me a little bit of time, but I see them. I believe they're here. There's controversy whether they're the good ones, the bad ones, whether they're the German technology, whatever it is. I just know that they are here. We have been visited many, many thousands and thousands of years ago, and they're ETs that are living here amongst us, and we wouldn't even know who they are. It could be any one of us. Plus, there's evidence that we have all been somehow genetically influenced with their DNA. So at some level, who is really the actual, earthling here. But we do want to focus on the consciousness